Jason. So next question. Niko Price and Geoff Neal have similar records, strength of competition, and are in similar age. Which is more likely to take who is more likely to take the next step towards contendership at UFC 240?
I like Geoff Neal. I feel it's Geoff Neal. Niko Price is a good fighter, but I feel like Niko Price is almost like a hit and miss. Like he has skills, he has his attributes that make him, dangerous, stuff like that. But he needs the right kind of matchmaking, or have those right kind of moments. I feel like Geoff Neal is a more polished, skilled fighter that has that ability and all around talent that he can go far. And I remember this. I'll always remember this. One of my favorite answers to an interview question was I talked to Frank Camacho, which was his previous opponent after his last fight, before Bilal Muhammad, and talked to him about him because in that fight, man, Geoff Neal's hands were just too fast for Frank Camacho. And Frank Camacho, in one of the most honest answers, pretty much said, yeah, like they were too fast. He literally said it felt like the scene from Rush Hour where Chris Tucker is in the lounge with the triad, and he gets kicked and doesn't know who kicked him. He didn't know. He actually said he thought maybe the ref hit him. The hands are so fast. He didn't know what to do. That's why at one point in that fight, he screams in rage. He wasn't pumping himself up. He was getting pissed because Geoff Neal was just putting it on him. So I like Geoff Neal's skill set. I feel he has more of an upside. No disrespect to Niko Price. Niko Price is a good fighter, but I like Neal in terms of contendership possibilities sooner.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think Geoff Neal has shown himself to be a lot more consistent as of late. Since we've been in the UFC, he's only seen the win column. Mm-hmm. So that's something to consider. And then the last time Niko Price fought was against Tim Means, and as exciting as a fight as it was, he was getting beat down until he wasn't.
Yeah.
So that's not something that gives me confidence in a fighter going forward. To stand there and just get battered. Like he got his bell rung so many times and then just happened to land that good one that put Tim Means out. Before that, he got knocked out by Abdul Razik Al Hassan, and that was a pretty bad knockout. Before that, it was that really weird Randy Brown knockout win where he's on his back and he's hammer fisting him and he was able to knock him out, which was fantastic to watch, but trying to replicate those results. And he had a submission win over George Sullivan before that. And the time before that, we saw him get darts choked by Vicente Luque. And now to go 3-2 in your last 5 and 2 of those wins have some serious asterisks next to them. Mm-hmm. I can't pick you against the guy who is very clearly getting the job done. Now, the Geoff Neal and Bilal Muhammad fight, if memory serves me correct, was not the most exciting thing in the world. But before that, man, the Frank Camacho head kick knockout was, that was glorious. And Neal has shown himself, aside from that fight that wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing, has shown himself to be a very, very, very good guy consistently in the UFC, and that's more than Niko Price can claim at this moment.